So, good morning, everyone. It's still morning for a couple more minutes. My name is Mary Lou, and I'd like to start with a story about an athlete that I personally know the best. So, this girl, she was born 3 months premature. Obviously, a lot of preemies have a lot of health problems throughout the rest of her life, but she was like in incubation for a long time. She's had like a history of health problems when she was younger. Her parents put her in sports because they thought it would be good for her health, and sports are obviously really good for your health, but she had a lot of issues in land sports, and then she ended up finding something she was really passionate about, which was swimming. And after she began competing, she started getting a lot of injuries. So her shoulders were really strained, her knees were really strained. She had to consistently be going to the doctors for pains. And when she started going through her growing process, which is puberty, she had a hard time with a lot of movements and a lot of her sport. And then she joined water polo. And once she joined water polo, she got introduced to an athletic trainer, and today my speech is about athletic training, and that athletic trainer completely changed her life. She was able to compete at higher levels of competition. She was able to play longer, and this athlete had broken all of her fingers except one thumb. She tore her meniscus and her ACL in her left knee, and her athletic trainer was able to get her back into the game within 2 months. And the average recovery time just to get back up on your feet is 6. And after that, she was able to train at a high level competition and was scouted to play for a national team. And that athlete is me. So today, I will be talking to you about clarifying what athletic training is, how to become an athletic trainer, what athletic trainers do, and the job output for athletic training. So to begin, we're going to find out what athletic training actually is. Athletic training, what an athletic trainer actually is, excuse me. An athletic trainer is a healthcare practitioner who specializes in working with sports professionals and amateurs, so anyone from the age of 6 and up until they stop playing and after doing physical activities. They diagnose and treat exercise-related injuries, and they apply bandages and take steps to prevent further injuries. So once an athlete is already injured, they go through a process with them that can include physical therapy or other methods of treatment, and they help them recover or to stabilize the injury so that it doesn't go further. They also help rehabilitate the muscular and skeletal systems after injury, and they sometimes also aid athletes with other medical conditions. And happy National Athletic Training Month, everyone. And at that, we're going to find out how to become an athletic trainer. So what you do is you do need to graduate high school in order to go to an accredited college with coursework that includes foundation work, so basic credits, so what you would need for any college. So you can do that here and then transfer out, or go to a 4-year and then apply to the course. And then you can do specialized courses, and then you need to do clinical experience before you can even apply to take the athletic training exam. And what you would do is you can go to, say you go to community college, you can go to your local athletic training office or any athletic trainer, and you do your hours, and then you can apply for the Board of Certification exam, and then you become certified by the National Athletic Training Association, the NATA, and then you complete your coursework and internship after that in an athletic training center. So now you know what athletic trainer is and how to become one. Now we're going to find out what they do. And a typical day in an athletic training room would start out a little bit like this video I'm going to show you.
Like this. I already signed in.
I don't know what her name is, but I think she's got brown hair.
Rob knows I hate clamshells, and he still makes me do them every day. I'm not wearing a new brace. They're so outdated.
Did you take a class to be able to do this?
So you can you turn this up?
So what does ultrasound gel taste like? Is this less colder than yesterday?
I did a Band-Aid. Which one do I use?
Swirl the ices. This is all the ice we have. This is.
So you walk into an ATR, and that is exactly what you're gonna hear to the T. So, again, athletic trainers are healthcare professionals that collaborate with recreational, amateur, and professional athletes. On day-to-day basis, they can go from taping ankles to diagnosing an injury, and at games, they do prepare for games, so they set out water jugs. They also set up their table, which you can see here, and that's so that people can get wrapped up, they can get ice, they can get treatment, they can get stretched out. And other things that they do is like you saw in the video, they do ultrasound, which isn't to find babies in them. It's vibrations that they put on wherever your injury is. So if you have an elbow injury, they put the gel, you don't eat it, they put the gel, they put the ultrasound on, and it sends vibrations through your injury or your area of injury. And it basically numbs it, and then it helps stimulate the points that are in there so that the pain goes away. And the job outlook for athletic trainers has actually increased so much, and it's so great for me. Athletic trainers are completely in demand. And the Bureau of Labor Statistics has predicted that an extraordinary 37% growth in professional athletic trainers during the year of 2008 to 2018. And according to the NATA, some states are working towards placing athletic trainers in all secondary schools where there's student athletes. So that includes high schools and secondary schools to elementary schools and for club teams. And to do that, they're doing it through organizations that sanction the events. And then athletic trainers earn a salary of $35,000 a year to $75,000 per year, and that's at a non-professional level. So here you can see how the statistics of it. So youth sports is up 41% in these past years, and then professional sports is up 31%, high schools is up 16%, hospitals are up 15%, and performing arts are up 15% as well. And in conclusion, I'd like to leave you with these little funny cartoons. So if you've ever been to an athletic trainers, you know that they want you to stretch before every game, and no one ever does. And so this says, see that, a pile of twigs. That's how you end up if you don't stretch properly before the game. And the second one says, don't worry, Kyle, you're going to be okay. The athletic trainer will tape you up and get you back on the field in no time. And it says his career is over because he is smashed. So today we went over what an athletic trainer is, how they do it, and how to become an athletic trainer. And thank you for your time.
No, just leave it, that's fine.
It's been really bad last night. After we dress up, she walked into
So Alan, what did you think?
Well, obviously I did a similar speech, so when you said athletic training on board, I kind of got excited. I like how your personal story. You start off with like how influential an athletic trainer can be. Your thesis is very strong for the fact that you not only outline what you're gonna talk about, but you also like tell us basically exactly what you went like. The thesis was I'm gonna clarify. I'm gonna clarify for you, and you basically did just that. Your PowerPoint, a lot of the stuff, I felt like at times you were reading off the PowerPoint. If you could have practiced your speech maybe, a couple more times, you would have had the information down. You wouldn't have to look at it as much. If you just tell us straight out, and interact with us a little more, because you were kind of turned away from us as you were reading from the PowerPoint. You're kind of talking to the board. The PowerPoint, it kind of like, for me, I'm writing stuff down so I can do evaluation. So I'm kind of not being able to read the PowerPoint and write at it. I don't know. Everyone else kind of has a little bit more freedom to look at the screen. I like how you defined exactly what an athletic trainer does. It gives us like a very clear idea of the profession. The body of your speech was very well organized, I thought. You didn't go too in depth of about everything, but you did just kind of scratch the surface of it. And then I like how you put those little cards. The video of your visual aid was really good, because as some people here, like, that's exactly how an athletic training office is when you first walk in. Everyone's always giving them a hard time and stuff. So I could definitely relate to that. And then I like how your cartoons at the end, they're just, I'm trying not to crack up right now. That's basically it.
Well, I like the long extended story, and I'm afraid I anticipated the conclusion of the story, but that's okay, it still worked. And it personalizes it in a way that makes us more interested in what you're talking about, so that worked well. Your goal, your objective, I thought was pretty clearly stated, and there's a very clear preview of what the supporting structure is going to be. I thought it was easy to follow in the body of the speech. You've got a visual to go along with each of those points to help you make the transitions. I did think that sometimes the linguistic transition, the words that you're using, don't work as smoothly. I mean, I know that you moved from point 1 to point 2 because I've got a visual reference that goes with it, but it felt a little bit like you just slammed on the brakes and turned sharply, and I think that you need to find some language that helps you get to that next point. But like I said, it was clear that you were moving from one idea to another. You usually cite material while you're presenting the information, so I thought that was pretty effective. I did think that you rushed a little bit of the material on the second point. I think you could use a little bit more explanation. You've got the video clip that is also decidedly humorous in nature, but there's got to be a little bit more description of all of the stuff that the athletic trainers do and why they're so important, but I think that you gave us a pretty good definition on those points. The visuals, for the most part, are fine. I think that you want to get rid of the wallpaper title card that you have at the beginning. You don't need that. And I think especially on the last visual that had content on it, basically you just read the content on that slide, and you need to just summarize it or get rid of all of the stuff that's there and remind us of what those points are verbally, instead of basically going over each of the bullet points that's on there. I thought that was a little bit redundant and it felt like it was unnecessary. I don't think you need to explain your cartoons. Just show the cartoons. If you have to explain the cartoons, there's something wrong with people, and that's not your fault, that's theirs. So I don't think that you should have to, because his career's all over because he's all a mess. That's like explaining the joke, because he's a penguin. People go, really? You have to tell me that? So I don't think you need to do that. And I thought you did, for the most part, a nice job speaking to the audience as well. All right, thank you.